Hello, everybody. Welcome to the D-Pad. I'm Rick.
And I'm Peter.
This is Pokémon Brilliant Diamond.
It sure is.
We're actually properly back.
In the postgame.
In the postgame. I realized I don't actually remember... Actually, Eterna City might be the correct one. I was like, I actually don't remember what towns are the gym leaders in the order that we want to do them. But next, I believe, is... Yes, I think this is the correct one.
Gardenia.
Gardenia, who I'm fairly certain is a grass-type gym leader.
I sure hope so.
I'll just poke my head in real quick, just so I can... Oh, yeah, okay. So, yeah, we need to figure out what team we're using. And now, if you guys remember back in... Oh, Jesus. I think August of last year when we fought Rourke... just how bad that went. It went okay. We beat him, but we lost a legendary Pokemon in the mix, which was real embarrassing.
Like you do.
Yup. Like, granted, we're doing post-game... Half the time we've done post-game stuff, and it's been John for all of them. We've just gone like, fuck the Nuzlocke rules, we're just doing the post-game. But I am kind of interested in trying to see it through as much as possible. Like, if we reach a point where it becomes just the worst, like... This set of 9, actually, I thought it was 8. This set of 9 plus, this set of 6 is probably mostly the Pokemon that I'm willing to go to bat for here. There's a few others, like having an Omastar or a Medicham or a Hippowdon and stuff like that would be, like, fine.
Yeah. But
I think we're at a point where, like, there's only so much more that I can willingly grind up my team in the hopes of surviving the game.
Yes.
In Nuzlocke mode, because we still have... Have I really not lost that many? You know what it is? I've been doing so much Insurgents prep. I forgot
you've been
that...
so used to having a giant box full of dead Pokemon.
I literally have more than... I have a box of dead Pokemon, and then a second box that currently contains an egg that I'm not using, because I didn't find it in my original run, and it's a duplicate of someone I've already gotten anyway.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
And... Kevorkian, who it was an invalid catch in the first place, but I have 30 dead Pokemon in Insurgents, and in here it's like I think there's these two. I forget if
so the other Reggies are not valid catches, which is why they're in there, and then
these
Perry
two,
went down.
Yeah, these two are actually dead. Shelby was my only death during the main run, and then Perry was my only death during the post game thus far. These two. I think these two are both invalid. That's why I named this one Won't Helm, and I've got Chill Helm over on the side.
Yep.
And Nady, I think, was one that I caught and then realized shortly after was invalid. So let's actually do a quick thing here. Let's move you guys just to...
Put them over with the other invalid.
Yeah, and we'll move you two up to the top to actually indicate how this has gone so far. There we go, much better. And these two are ones that I'm not using because they're...
Promotional
legendaries.
gift legends,
Yeah. But so, all right. With Rourke, the biggest problem was, aside from the fact that, like, okay, he's rock, but now he's got really strong rock Pokemon where he did not have that at the start of the game. There's also a lot more coverage and really, like, well put together, like, held items and shit at this point. So now I need to figure out, like, what I'm going to do here. So one of my worries, I don't know how likely this is just because the two types aren't very compatible. I believe there are 4... I think there's 4. There might be more. Grass's weaknesses. You got fire, you got flying, you've got bug, you've got ice, and you got poison.
Okay.
All of those except for poison are weak to rock. So 4 of the 5 weaknesses all share a weakness themselves.
Mm-hmm.
So realistically, I should be on the lookout for any rock moves to suddenly come in and like thrash my dudes. Which is going to be a little bit of a problem here. And I'm sure that, honestly, I think that the poison ones are going to be actually easier for Gardenia to fight against between Psychic and Ground and shit like that. But so the real question is, who do I bring in for a Grass-type fight? Grass is a type that I'm really not well-suited for here. Let's put you here. I'm going to do more moving of folks around, but I think for right now, just to put put a few spaces on the team here. I think for a start, I'm a little tempted to start with some of these guys. Let me pull these guys out. So Delmar is just very, very strong. He's been crazy reliable through this entire game. And even at this point in the series, a lot of grass types have poison.
Yep.
Which would make Delmar a really good choice to just rip them apart. He's fast. He is super, super good on the special attack. And he's just going to tear him to shreds.
I mean, he's pretty good on the special attack.
Pretty good there, yes. I think we've given him enough EVs for special attack over time to...
Yeah. His speed being fantastic. That's got to be like, what, somewhere between...
Oh, that's right. His nature brings it down, but with his
27
IVs,
and 30?
I think so. I think Fantastic is there. There might be...
I think there is a perfect.
Yes, there's one, I think, that literally just says... Or best, I think. It says best.
Right.
Fantastic, I think, is right up until the last two. And I think great is like mid-20s, usually. It's very funny, though, that the nature brings his speed down, but he's still got a 220 for speed. That's ridiculous.
So Fantastic is an IV of 30 specifically.
I was going to say, I thought there was one that was like super thin right near the top. So Alakazam
Fantastic and Best are 30 and 31.
So Alakazam has excellent speed IVs.
Yeah.
All right.
This is not listing pretty good.
That's odd. Huh.
It says very good and okay.
Yeah, we have very
and not
good.
so good. They've got the words a little wrong in this.
That's very strange. Pete Rose, I think, might be a good choice here. Grass and poison means that grass types just in general are going to be double resisted, which is going to be very helpful. It also means that I'm not going to be weak to rock if they do pull that shit, and I'm going to be neutral to poison if they try pulling that. So I think this is a good set of coverages there. I feel like I am okay in terms of, like, if I have to go head-to-head matching grass types, I do have Sludge Bomb, I do have Toxic, and then Dazzling Gleam will be good depending on if it's like a Cacturn or something with, like, Dark.
Yep. All right, I found the actual information.
Oh, nice.
Fantastic is 30.
Okay.
Best is 31. Very good, 26 to 29. Pretty good is 16 to 25 for the IV.
Okay.
Decent is 1 through 15.
Yep.
No good is literally a 0.
So Roserade has a 0
IV for the
hit
HP.
points. That's hilarious.
The least hit points possible.
Nice. And he's got 196, which is actually about as good as everyone else. So Roserade probably normally has very good HP stats that's kind of counteracting.
Yeah, and this doesn't say anything about what your EVs are, so you might have fought a bunch of things early on that helped boost the HP.
I'm thinking Murph Babies, Bug type, Stab, like at least one to just play it straight. I'm actually thinking Hugo as well, just to have two in there that can come at it from different angles that'll just like straight up good against grass.
Yep. No, that's a very solid choice.
I was debating Montgomery. He's a couple levels lower, but grass and ice means that he can use ice as super effective, and also the grass gives him resistance to grass. I forget if ice itself resists grass. However, if any fire comes out, he's pretty much just dead.
Right.
I don't love needing to worry about Pokemon with double weaknesses, but I don't know if we can avoid it much at this point, especially since 3 of the heaviest hitters on my team are... I guess Apep isn't, technically, but these two are certainly weak to grass to the point where it's not safe to have them on the team. I can make an argument for George Dude in terms of he has Sturdy, but grass is one of those types that can get sneaky with having extra wicking going on, and if that happens, then he's just dead.
Right.
So I don't think I'm going to have him. Same with Goblin. Goblin Hole is just a sitting duck in there. Charlie might be good. I'm worried about playing the types a little too straight. Charlie's also much weaker than the rest. I forgot that he's 63.
It's all right. Bring him onto the fight. He'll stop being 63.
That's true. Wexley might be good in terms of resisting stuff.
Very certainly will get hit before.
Yes, absolutely.
Before doing anything, but.
Oh, and he's also got heat proof. So even if they surprise us with that, that's pretty good. Steel and Psychic are the only moves that he has. So it could be good against poison stuff, and he'd be completely immune to poison. Chill Helm, Dark and Ice, also a good combination. I think we can safely knock out these three, because I think Grass resists Electric, so we don't want to deal with Lucky either. Sasquatch does have fantastic attack IVs, which gives him just brutal fucking physical attacks.
Yeah.
But his defenses are not good. His defenses are a little on the weak side, and he's slow. It is nice to know that his... well, so yeah, it does mean that I think attacks will not miss to or from him, is the idea. I think accuracy of everything is just 100 when no guard is up. So all of Sasquatch's attacks will be 100, but also anybody that aims at him can't miss either.
That's dangerous.
It's a little dangerous. I got Poison Jab, but really not much else. So I don't think
that's very dangerous against, like, gamblers.
Yeah.
Or whatever they're called in the PC version of things.
I think that the one-hit kill moves will still miss if they're lower level, but it does mean if they're a higher level, they'll just hit.
Right. Well, and then a lot of those moves that they'll use, like those high-risk, high-reward NPCs use, are things that have, like, a low accuracy, but incredible damage. Like...
Yep. What moves do you have? I also probably need to take a second and do some TMs, too, to give people what they need. It's really a matter of, like... Actually, let's check the summary again so I can check stats against some of these people. Great physical attack.
Yeah.
Really good physical attack, and solid speed, too, actually. Special attack is terrible, and it's boosted, which is hilarious.
Yes.
Defenses are not good.
No, the defenses are not very good. And,
Wexley is pretty well-rounded, though. I actually do dig Wexley. Very slow, but everything else is, like, pretty beefy.
And then pressure is not going to come into play much.
Not much. I don't think that with those low defenses, Chillhelm is likely to be sitting out there for a long time, slowly sapping PP.
No.
Montgomery is very close in terms of overall stats. Hailstorm could be a little bit of a problem for my team, actually.
Right, you do have to remember that if you bring him out, then you're damaging everybody for 5 turns? 7 turns?
Something like that.
However long the hailstorm lasts.
So I think Wexley is probably the safest bet for a number 6 for right now.
Yeah.
So yeah, if you skipped the previous episode, which I totally am, I completely understand.
I think you recommended it within the first 10 minutes.
I think I did. Yeah, so we now have 9 Pokemon that are at level 79 to match. Was it Goblin Holei that was at 79?
Yeah.
One of them was at 79 to start with. And so I was like, all right, I'm going to do grinding, but I will not exceed my highest level Pokemon. So we have 9 that are at 79, 2 that are at 75, I think, 1 that's at 73, 72. And then we have one in the 60s was Charlie. Winnie's in the 50s, Roscoe's in the 40s. I'm sure we probably have some others that are in the mix here. We have a couple that are also in the 50s.
Right. Now, that have more to do with just catching them at high level?
Yeah. So we have, these 2 rows are essentially the most accessible ones. And then we have these 3 that I tagged as being also good to have. I think everybody up here is probably not going to see any action. Yeah, I guess this is probably my best bet here. The real question, well, so 2 things to do now. One is TMs. We should figure out if there's going to be any useful TMs to toss onto these guys. Start from the top here, probably. We're looking for mostly stuff that's going to be either super effective against grass types, or they're going to have a... Murph babies can learn Roost? What? That's confusing.
He's got little wings.
He does. But also, and it's funny because, so for Charlie, I would not want to use Roost. Because when you use Roost, if I recall correctly, you lose your flying type for the duration of the turn, which would reduce resistance to grass. Murph Babies is not a flying type Pokemon.
Right, so you can't lose your flying type.
Yeah, so it's just a free
Half
heal your thing. So let's take a look at the very least here. Bug Buzz, Play Rough, Double Edge. I don't want Double Edge.
Yeah.
Flat out, I don't want self-damaging moves. Too much of a risk in a Nuzlocke situation.
No, just even having them that you could click on accidentally.
Yeah, I don't like that. Payback on Wexley. It's not stab, but Wexley is going to move second.
Yes.
Pretty much without exception.
So that will be 100 power.
Yeah, 100 power
move.
dark move. Which if they pull out like a Gardevoir or something. Oh wait, no, it's Gardevoir. Gardevoir is Grass Psychic or Grass Fairy? I think it used to be Grass Psychic. I don't think it changed it to Fairy, but real question.
Psychic Fairy.
It is Psychic Fairy. Oh yeah, wait a minute. I'm yes.
No grass.
Yep. I don't know where I was thinking of that from. But so yeah, I guess that'd be neutral on darks. That's not a great example. But like, let's see. The slower the user compared to the target, so Gyro Ball will be fantastic. Hypnosis is honestly pretty solid. Putting an opponent to sleep is just very useful.
That'd be better on a no guard.
Yes, that's true. Yeah, having that just always fucking fire would be magical.
Although actually it did say physical attacks, so I don't know if that would, because that's a special.
Oh, did it say physical?
I believe so.
Okay. Iron Defense is the one that I'm kind of debating, and it's only because Wexley already has a really good physical defense.
Right.
But it does mean that having this turns him into a wall.
Yeah. No, you raise it 2 stages. You raise it you use it 3 times, and he's the only thing you're watching out for is a crit.
Yeah,
and even then he's got 210 HP.
Right. Using it 3 times gives him a functional defense of 800. So like. The real question is, because these have stab, my special attack is not as good as my physical. So this would be a 120
effective
special.
Yep.
Doesn't and may make them flinch. This one is almost always going to be 100 physical, which I think would actually be stronger. Because this 120 with stab, this is 100 because it doesn't have stab.
Right.
It would be
right,
faster.
but you're say multiplying it by the 196 attack instead of the 156 special attack.
Yes, I think Payback is actually probably the better move here. Not as much PP on it, but I think this is probably the call here.
Well, that's often the way with better moves is they just have less PP.
Yep. The hope is that we don't need to use 20 uses of it. So
right.
U-turn 70, 100. The user rushes back, so this is pretty good for swapping out.
I remember, like the first time I played Blue.
Much better physical than.
And I had been always picking, like, oh, this is a better move, even though it has less PP. And so I had a lot of moves on my team that only had 5 PP. And then I ran out of PP on the Elite Four, just because there's so much fighting to do.
Yes, you have 5 very long, usually, fights.
Yeah. Yeah, so you face like 26 Pokemon.
Yeah.
Without a Poké Center.
Yeah. You have to actually last through all of it, which gets a little dicey.
Yeah, well, I learned my lesson. I brought items with me on future runs.
Yeah, ethers are always nice for that if it comes down to it. Let's see. Pluck. 60, 100. Target is holding a berry. The user eats it and gains effect. I'm sure that the opponents are going to be almost universally holding items, but I don't think many of them are going to have berries. I feel like berries are going to be less common than other more useful items.
Yeah, probably not berries.
No avalanche. Oh, that's a bummer. I guess Montgomery and Chillhelm would have been good for that. Fire Blast. Hugo already has that. X-Scissor. Nobody can learn X-Scissor. That's a bummer. X-Scissor's like the classic at this point. It's like maybe the most clutch bug move outside of... oh my god. I can't remember the name. Pin Missile if you have Technician, I think. Not Pin Missile. There's another one. There's a really good...
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
There's a really good scissor spec that involves the Technician, ability, and then it's a bug move that does
2 to 5 attacks.
Yeah, 2 to 5 attacks, but each of them only has a power of like 20 or something.
Right, but that makes them 40 power.
Yeah.
So that's 120 to 200 as a potential attack.
Yeah, really solid.
Multiple hits, which means sturdy's no longer a factor.
Yes. And they can individually crit, which gives you a lot more chances of that. So like there's a lot to appreciate there.
Yeah, there's reasons why those 2 to 5 hits moves are pretty good.
Yes. You have to kind of plan for them. They absolutely suck if you're just throwing them out there because.
Yes.
Okay, so let's take a look at our Pokemon now. I think we've scrolled through and gotten all the like TMs that we're like specifically wanting to make sure we have on. Grass Knot, Psychic, Dazzling Gleam, Nasty Plot, pretty classic ones for Delmar at this point. Dazzling Gleam, Giga Drain, Toxic Sludge Bomb, pretty solid. I don't think I've got any problems there. Murph Babies, Bug Buzz, U-Turn, Play Rough, and Roost. Not the most amazing set, but like pretty workable. I think having Roost is good. U-Turn means that I can put him out there and switch to somebody else depending on what's going on.
Attack switch moves are great.
Yeah. If anything, I might want to open with Murph Babies just to U-Turn right away. Just because, like, odds are I'm going to want to switch regardless.
Yeah.
So having him go out first, use that, gives me a good starting point.
Yeah, being able to have somebody who goes out and who can hit a parting shot while you actually put the Pokemon that's going to be the best response is a smart strategy.
Yep.
Like, I got through most of this game with that because I had both Volt Switch and U-Turn.
Yeah. Both very
available
solid for that.
So I actually had 2 Pokemon that I could just go back and forth because
Nice.
they also both had
Fucks up the moves that they try
like,
using a lot of
intimidate. They had the like.
Oh yes, yep. So you can just drain their attack stat.
Yeah. I could just switch back and forth, drain the attack, and it was pretty solid.
We have Hugo, who is pretty boring, but honestly, most Gen 1 monotypes tend to be.
Yeah.
I'm sure at some point I will probably try to switch some of these with other stuff, but I don't have great TMs to throw on Hugo for this fight, so just having a bunch of fire shit to use is probably fine.
This fight, it should be very effective to have that.
Yeah. Wexley, who we just did stuff with, could be our main tank if we really need to like hunker down. Gyro Ball will be very useful if I just sit there, throw up a bunch of Iron Defense, and then start Gyro Ball and payback.
Yep.
And Charlie, close combat for like a really good hard-hitting move if need be. Not great type-wise unless we come up against like, I don't know, an Abomasnow or something. Brave Bird and Aerial Ace, pretty classic ones there. And then Agility. If we got to make him faster, I don't know. All right, I think that's our team then.
Great.
I'm a little bit anxious about this because like the work fight I was expecting to be hard, but it really like spooked me.
Rourke has some really good coverages.
Yeah.
Especially compared to his original fight.
I'm also realizing that I've forgotten one other thing, which is held items.
Oh, do these guys all have?
Just want to check really quick because I don't know that. Yeah, these guys don't have anything. These guys don't have anything. These guys were not even allowing, so even if they had a held item, I probably wouldn't. Magnet, I don't think is going to matter for anybody. Zoom lens is accuracy, I think.
Yes.
Which, I'll come back to that in a second. Shell Bell. Shell Bell is the one that gives you health based off of damage done, I think. So I'll grab that. Scope lens. Let's just take all the held items for now. I'll leave the magnet because literally I don't think anybody else on my team besides Lucky gets a benefit from that. Fist plate. I'm going to grab that just in case I do put that on Charlie.
Zoom lens increases your accuracy if you go second.
Okay, so I'll check Wexley's moves and see what the speed on other folks are because that might actually be okay. Ugh. It's taking we got a lot of setup, but hopefully this will last for a good chunk of what's left here. Other items. Okay. So let's... Okay, we got some usable stuff. Shards. Love that the shards are just in this game. I think we did find the thing that we could do shards with, but... we do have a bunch of drugs we can give, but also all of these Pokemon have been grinded like crazy. So I don't know that any of them are actually going to get much use from those at this point. I don't think anybody is unevolved. Protector, no. Reaper Claw, these are more evolution things. Soothe Bell, no. Everstone, this is the one that is... All right, so Everstone prevents evolution.
Yep.
I cannot remember what the one is that gives you a defense boost if you're not fully evolved.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
And it's there was a great strat maybe 10 years ago that involved Dusclops with that, because Dusclops was high enough defense that it actually had better defense with that held item than a Dusk Noir does without it.
It's Eviolite.
Eviolite, that's the one. I was like, I thought it was a similar name, and it kind of is. Lax Incense means things might miss sometimes. Psychic moves go up. Rock moves go up. Not helpful here. Deep Sea Scale.
It's a
for
50% defense boost. That is significant.
What is that?
It's a 50% defense boost.
Yes, huge, huge. And Dusk Noir only has a very tiny improvement in defense over Dusclops.
Yeah.
So usually what the recommendation was at the time was, oh, you give that to Dusclops and you just don't evolve it, and it's going to be a huge tank. It wound up being a big deal in one of the previous Rivals series. Boost water type moves, no. Boost grass type moves, probably not helpful. Doubles prize money, no. Keeps wild Pokemon away. I didn't realize that we actually had essentially a repel held item. That's fun. Grass, ice. None of my dudes are ice. The fist plates. I'm just gonna give this to Charlie for now,
since he's got.
He does have. He has.
Yep. The
close combat. Stone plate for rock moves. Spooky for ghost. I think one of these dudes has ghost, but I don't know that I want to focus on that. Drago for dragon. Dread for dark.
Might be good to give that to Wexley.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. For the
non-stab payback.
And we'll give this to Pete Rose for right now. Let's see. Mystic Water for water, electric, grass, ice, ground type, psychic type, rock type, ghost type, normal type. Doubles any prize money. I still don't understand why there's a whole set of incenses and plates that seem to do the same fucking. There's two. We've talked about
the same thing
load.
as regular items. Yeah.
It's and then the cleanse tag, which is basically the same as the pure incense, and it's like, man, why?
Because they wanted to make a new unique item, but they didn't want to add a new game mechanic. Or the incenses also do other things from the generation that they came from.
Yeah.
Like you need them to make certain babies.
That's true. Yes, that at least I get, but there's definitely a bunch that like, I could do the lagging tail to make someone slower. Leftover should be on somebody. Shell Bell should also be on somebody. This could be interesting, but it's just going to get passed back and forth, and I don't really love that.
Right. Oh, that's on contact moves.
Yeah.
Yeah.
HP stealing move. This could be good with Giga. Well, Giga Drain's not going to get used that much in this one. Slightly boost the accuracy of moves, just generally. Slightly boost the power of special moves. And this is accuracy up for. Okay, so let's take a look at Wexley real quick, because if he doesn't have low accuracy moves, then it does. Then I have no reason to do that. 100. That it will make Hypnosis, I guess, hit more often.
Sure, 20%. So
I think so. So
72 instead of 60.
Yeah,
that's still missing 3 out of 4 times, or 1 out of 4 times. I don't think that's enough of a boost to not instead boost the strength of that dark attack.
Yeah, I think so. Metronome could be an interesting one, because I could throw the Metronome on like Delmar and just have him fucking psychic his way through a bunch of shit. Light screen, no. Turn attacks like Bind and Wrap, which could have been good for Infestation with Murph Babies, but I got rid of that because it was just weak and didn't really. I'd rather be screwing with them more than trapping them in the battle. Who could use a boost to special moves? This will be a good one. Delmar, I'm not touching his setup here, but special for everything for Pete Rose.
Yep.
So that might actually be better than just boosting Dazzling Gleam. More physical, kind of half and half.
Well, and And
The ones I'm likely to use are special, but
now isn't Rapidash stronger as a physical attacker than a special attacker?
yes. Problem is, Flare Blitz will also damage Hugo. This is kind of an emergency move more than anything.
Yep.
And Smart Strike is off type, but it is essentially Steel type. Swift.
Yes.
Which is pretty cool.
70 never miss.
Yeah. Only physical. Only physical. Yeah, maybe Hugo can take, because Hugo doesn't have an item yet, so maybe Hugo can take the boost to special moves. You guys like my unicorn horse with glasses?
And then you have like leftovers for Murph babies, I would say.
I think the other trick too is I do think I want Shell Bell in there also. It's a matter of but yeah, Murph babies can take this for right now.
Shell Bell is best on someone who's primarily going to be doing attacking because it'll only heal when you do damage.
Yeah. Maybe for Charlie.
Instead of the fist plate.
Instead of the fist plate. I don't think the fist plate's going to actually do him that much good.
Right. Well, it only affects 1 out of the 4 moves.
Yeah.
So Shell Bell just will... Yeah.
All right.
That's a pretty solid setup.
I think this will do, yeah. Boosting critical hit would be kind of neat, but I don't think anybody really desperately needs that. Okay. All right, I think our team is good to go. And I think I am going to put
Murph babies in the top to shift away to U-turn out.
I just got to remember that whoever I swap into is taking a hit.
Yeah.
That's the biggest thing. Versus, I guess I know that this will be super effective. Delamar might not have a super effective move right out the gates. And Alakazams, generally speaking, are not amazingly sturdy dudes.
Right.
So I don't want to risk him just like, all right, here we go. Oh, he's dead. Oh, God, let's go for it. Let's do this.
Fight.
Oh. Fortunately, it's just the one fight. Like, it's not like I have to fight my way through all the trainers again.
Right. Nope, just walk straight up.
Just double checking my dudes. Everybody's healed. Murph baby's out front. We're going to use U-turn into somebody else. I also feel bad because there's a part of me that's like, all right, if I have to sacrifice somebody, I've got a few options that I'm not as emotionally, connected to, but...
That's the way of things in a Nuzlocke, isn't it?
It really is. Oh, here we go. You kept me waiting. When I first saw you, I just knew it. Sooner or later, this kid was going to defeat the champion. And now look at you. You're just oozing with the winning aura of a really tough trainer. Gross, 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 gross. But if you think if I can beat you now, then I'll be the strongest trainer there is.
That's not how that works.
That's not how that works. I'm not the strongest trainer that there is. Sweet Earth type and cosplay. 6 Pokemon. Here we go. Jumpluff. Grass flying, I think? I think these dudes are flying type. That puts a little bit of a damper into this bug type start. But I think we're still going to opt for U-turning and getting the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
Ooh, Sunny Day. I was a little worried about Sunny Day happening since it means Solar Beam is going to be a problem.
Yeah.
That's going to be a big issue here.
I don't think
it's actually pretty decent.
I don't think it's much of a spoiler now that we're in the fight if I say that several of her Pokemon have Sunny Day.
Yeah, I'm not terribly surprised by that.
Basically, the whole setup is the ability to get Sunny Day and
Solar Beam.
And Solar Beam.
Yep, because Sunny Day means Solar Beam does not have a recharge period. Or a warm-up period. I can never remember which order it goes in, because there's moves that are attack on 1, wait on 2, and vice versa.
Yeah, I think that Solar Beam was a charge, then attack, and so Sunny Day means just it's an attack.
Leech Seed. Okay, that's an interesting choice. Though I have... I'm trying to remember. I think Charlie's the one who has the leftovers?
No, Murph Babies had the leftovers.
Oh, okay, that's right, yes. I think I might have put the Shell Bell on Charlie.
Yep.
Yes, Shell Bell. Okay.
Which should offset the Leech Seed anytime they attack, although it procs earlier.
Torterra. Is that grass ground, I think? Let's see. Torterra. Actually might be okay to stick with Charlie right now. I think I'm going to stick with Charlie for this one.
Torterra.
Hey, buddy.
Hey, dude, you have a tree growing on your
I do?
on your
What?
back.
So 68. Okay, so they are... Ugh, yeah, this guy's just a tank. It's always the problem with this dude.
Yeah, super
Stone Edge. Oh, you little fucker.
super tanky.
The rock type has turned up.
Yep. That's all right. Charlie cheated for you. Now, the Leech Seed, thankfully, is not on your whole team. It's just on
No.
Charlie.
I don't know if I can do enough damage with this.
How much was Aerial Ace?
Aerial Ace was like almost... It was like maybe a little more than a third.
And it's a 60 power, so this would do double.
This should do double.
Yeah, it won't quite take him out.
It's going to be so close. Ooh, I'm worried about that rock move, though it is an off-type move. I could close... Oh, no, wait, does close combat use up? Oh, he lowers the user's stats. No, yeah, no.
Yeah. Yeah, close combat ends up making you more vulnerable. It's a like definitely a great last move.
Yeah.
Or a move before you get the heck out of there.
I might have to stick with Charlie for right now. I don't have a lot of great stuff to fight grass ground. I think I'm just going to do Aerial Ace again and then...
Do another Aerial Ace and then a Brave Bird.
Yeah. I should also... Like, Shell Bell will help here, too.
Nice. That'll still be below half even after Leech Seed.
Yeah. At which point I should be able to... Ooh, he got one off. Oh, damn it. Fuck. Sorry, Charlie.
Wow.
I was hoping that wouldn't be quite so devastating there.
That was rough. Oh, it does damage to the user as well when it goes off.
Is that, or does it have, like, a life orb or something?
Oh, it has life orb.
Okay, that would explain a lot. Yeah, I was like, that seemed weird. I don't think Stone Edge does damage back. Let's see. I want to check some summaries here, because speed will make a big difference here. Delmar is fast, but Hugo is almost as fast, and ground doesn't resist fire. So I think this is going to be our play.
Okay. Just a little more. Hang in there, Hugo. You can do it. It's all up to you.
Like, I think Flamethrower should honestly be enough here.
Yeah.
Like, 90, special, stab, this should be plenty. I don't think Torterra's got amazing special defense. I think it's much more of a physical offense and defense dude. Okay. Kind of a gamble, because Stone Edge would have 100% killed Hugo.
Yes. Yeah, but Torterra is chock
Breloom.
full of cover.
Breloom
Heavy hitting covers.
Breloom, I think, is grass and poison? I'm trying to remember what the deal with that one. Oh, no, Breloom, we had Jump back in the Insurgents days. That's the one that looks like a weird mushroom kangaroo thing.
Yes. So the moves you didn't see off of Torterra?
Yeah.
Woodhammer.
Ugh.
Or Earthquake.
Yeah. Oh, and it had Earthquake too. Yeah.
And Iron Tail.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. No, just
powerhouse moves.
hit hard.
Yeah.
Hit hard unapologetically.
I could Bug Buzz to try to... But I'm not going to see a move if I do that, is the real problem. Oh, I'm tempted to just leave Hugo out here trying to do big damage. Yeah, we're doing it. For the life of me, I can't properly remember what Breloom's types are, so this is going to be a little uncomfortable if... Let's just stick with Flamethrower for right now.
Come on, burn proc.
Or just kill it. All right, I'm happy with that. Very happy with that.
Its other type is fighting.
That makes sense. Okay. So that would have been a good one for Delmar then. Sunflora, which I think is just grass. Pretty sure that one's just grass.
If that flower has any other type besides grass, then that's ridiculous.
Yeah.
I guess you could make an argument for fairy, because it does have like a little body.
Yeah. I've heard arguments for fire as well, kind of leaning in on...
That would be a great regional variant.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. Make it more like dandelion-ish looking one or something. I don't know. Hey, okay, Hugo seems to be... Which is great. I kind of hate Rapidash. So I'm happy that this one is just, like, getting it done.
Yeah.
I've never had a particular... I guess I'll stick in with this. I've never had a particular fondness for Ponyta and Rapidash.
She already had her one, her opportunity where she would have sent out somebody who's who's not overtly weak and has yet to do it. So
yeah,
like Hugo could probably one-shot the whole rest of the team, and she won't get a single move off.
Ooh, did it hang on?
That looked like it held on with like Focus Sash or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Oh, not a great call if you're slower.
Growth?
Growth is a weird choice because I feel like the attack here, or the move here is then
setting up.
The Sunlight faded though. I think the idea was setting up for Solar Beam for like a really devastating one, but they were one turn too late to actually get the real use out of it.
Yeah.
I think I just... there we go. But the Focus Sash is gone, so this should just kill it.
Yeah, you'll get a one-shot even after the full restore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was just talking the other day. It might have been at the tail end of the grinding session for this. It might have been during Insurgence. I forget which. But I was talking before about not really liking Ponyta and Rapidash, but really liking the Galarian forms. They're like... The little My Little Pony-ish looking, like, fairy ones are actually pretty legit.
I was super happy about that.
I think these ones are just boring. But Roserade, so grass poison. The real question is, do I come out with Delmar and try to outspeed it with a Psychic to knock it out? I think, actually, I don't know that Roserade's going to have much access to stuff that's going to be especially good against Rapidash.
No, I don't think so.
So I think I'm just going to stay with this here. It's one of the nice benefits. It's actually one of the quieter benefits of monotypes is that you have to have much more specific stuff to get at them. Just go for it. Sunny Day. So Roserade is faster. Are they really just going to try to set up Solar Beam again?
I mean, Sunny Day to Solar Beam is the same as doing Solar Beam once, and then you get to do it again.
Yeah, there it is.
But none of that matters.
Yeah. Okay. Well, there we go.
Like, she's playing smart tactics, except that she's doomed.
Yeah, the AI in Pokemon for a while has had issues with... They don't do very good contextual planning.
Right.
They're always planning for the long game, even when they're down to their last Pokemon, which is not great, like, AI. It's not, like, a huge dig on Pokemon. It's probably one of the things that is, like, really low on the priority list, but it's probably something that they could work on now.
Right.
They've certainly got enough contextual stuff that they could make strategizing like that work.
The amount that you should invest into AI actors for your NPCs is not necessarily very heavy. Like, why? That it can end up taking up a lot of computational time, a lot of disk space, a lot of whatever, to give them slightly better performance.
Right. But like we've reached a point where at the very least, gym leaders in the Elite Four, probably you could stand to give them AI that has them go, okay, we're coming down to the end here. I need to really like pull some crazy moves. So rather than wasting a turn setting up a longer form Solar Beam thing, just use Solar Beam to try to knock this dude out because he's super effective again. Like, it's a lot more density, but it's something that probably could stand to be done at this point to make the series feel a little bit more alive.
Yes.
All right, Charlie, we hardly knew ye.
The box.
But you did good. You drew first blood. You got out there. You did what you needed to do.
Take the held item.
Yeah, I'm going to take that shell bell off you. Hope you don't mind. Thank you. All right. And so, who do we have next, actually? I have my little trainer card.
The list here.
Oh, fighting.
Says Veilstone.
Yeah, that's forgotten her name, but she's fighting.
Maylene.
Maylene, that's right. All right, so we're off to Veilstone. We're going to come back next time, and we're going to see if we can get through that one. I think, well, I don't know. I was going to say I think we're in good shape there because Delmar can do most of them, but there are certainly some dark-type things to be wary of that would just completely nullify his ability to get anything done. So
yeah.
There we go, Veilstone. We'll see you then.
Bye.
Bye-bye.